Okay, we are very much back after a moderate intermission, about 10 minutes long, I believe. We got another Div A series for you tonight. This is the second to last Div A series. We got Blank Check versus Goofy Goobers. Shout out to that stolen name from last semester. But before we get into that stuff, Plant Luck, what is cracking, my young Jit?
Not a whole lot. I'm really excited for some high quality Div A gameplay between two teams who really have a real chance to stake a claim as one of the best teams in Div A.
Yeah, for sure. I will say, I obviously will be looking at stats here in a second. I don't remember exactly what team is at what position, but we'll figure it out soon enough. We'll figure it out soon enough. But without further ado, we are going to get right into some stataroonies for Div A. Obviously, we saw this one earlier. We saw the two lowest seeds, Brute Dawkins and Ball Maxers, ball out. Ball Maxers ended up taking the win, so they are now the second to last seed, or maybe even the one above that, above 6-7ers, which I think that will be the case. And then everything 6-7ers and Brute Doggers shifted down one. So good on them for doing that. But now we are going to be watching Blank Check and Goofy Goobers. Blank Check being 2-1 and Goofy Goobers being 2-2. So we see a little bit higher win percentage coming out from Blank Check. We see one league leading stat coming out from Goofy Goobers, and that is save percentage. So obviously very locked down on defense there. Almost 80% with that. So they're saving a majority of their shots on net. Other than that, are you really seeing anything crazy standing out to you, Plant?
Not seeing anything super out of the ordinary when it comes to team stats. With individual stats, there's a few things but we'll get there when we get there. But when it comes to team stats, it's everyone seems a little middle of the road at the moment. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I will say, the one thing that I am actually noticing now is Blank Check has a 30% shooting percentage. Whereas, what is it? Goofy Goobers has a 17%. So we have a lot more shooting accuracy coming out from Blank Check, which is crazy. But regardless, we're going to get into some individual stats here. We got Blank Check to start off if you want to talk about these guys for a second.
Yeah, I mean, best place to start is RSR with his league-leading 1.07 assists per game. He is the dish man, and based on these stats, he is dishing it to Whitelock almost all of the time. A 1.29 goals per game, and Charisma, he's just there to pick up the pieces. He's there to be that third threat, scoring at 1.6 goals a game and averaging half an assist per game. But Charisma, he picks up the pieces. RSR is the dish man, and Whitelock, he's the finisher. Look for that to continue this evening.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, 1.07 assists a game, so he's going to be... obviously, we know Risser. He was in the semifinals of Div A last semester. Very much mechanical player, very well-rounded. I believe he's SSL now, too. So, obviously, taking that captain role in that first-man lead here. We see shooting percentage, Whitlock with 37%, doing a lot of the team's shootings here, obviously, in turn, getting the most goals as a second man. So, Risser's there, getting those wonky plays, getting those assists, and then, obviously, Whitlock getting those shoots or shots on, and Charisma just playing the perfect third man here, obviously giving Blank Check a winning-ish record. But we're going to shoot over to Goofy Goobers. 2-2, led by Pink is Cat, a.k.a. Pink in-game, then followed by Samuel and Carved Dog. I will say Carved Dog was Div B last semester. My team did get the pleasure of beating him in the LAN tournament. Shout out to Skull for helping us out with that. But we see a lot less goals from Goofy Goober's team, and yet they're still 2-2. So obviously they're making the most out of defense and offense. They're winning very low-scoring games, so can't complain. But hopefully we see a little bit more goals coming out from them tonight.
The Goofy Goober style is low event Rocket League. If you look at their saves per game, it's not anything crazy, but it's very consistent. They're really good at forcing their opponents to, well, they might get a bunch of shots. The reason their save percentage is so high is their low percentage shot, low percentage release, and it's not just one person making all these miracle saves like it would be if one person's save percentage was a lot higher. It's very much a team defense-orientated game. A lot of games ending 1-0 or 2-1. So Goofy Goobers, low event Rocket League is the name of their game.
Yeah, I was going to say, pretty much just like standard basic stuff, just default Rocket League, which if it works, it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So shout out to them for that. But we got 2 minutes until the game starts here. So if you don't mind me asking, what is your prediction going into this series?
My prediction going into the series is I have Goofy Goobers winning this one in 4. I the really think that Goofy Goobers are going to shut down Blank Check. Their low event style is going to control the Blank Check. Blank Check, I think, is going to break through in one of the games. My guess is more than likely going to be game 2. They have a very big breakthrough, and then Goofy Goobers will just shut it down the rest of the way. So give me Goofy Goobers in 4.
Fair enough. Yeah, I will have to oppose you. I will go Blank Check on this one, just considering their shooting percentage is just insane. Obviously, shooting 30%, which is almost double what Goofy Goobers is. Hopefully, we can see that same shooting accuracy staying within this this series here. I think this one is probably going to go in 4 to Blank Check. I've been 100% on my, I guess, series winners so far. Not quite my series score. I think I've gone game 5 for both of them. They went game 4, so I'm getting very close. But I'm 100% on predictions so far. But I will say somebody just said prediction diff, and somebody just dropped a bunch of boost on who is that Blank Check. So big time payout for who is it? Goofy Goobers voters if you put boost on them. But regardless, we are going to slowly get these guys invited here. I'm going to take a look and just see who I can get in. I think people are still getting out of matches and whatnot here. But I guess before we really start this one off, is there anything that you want to see going into this series tonight? Or is it just kind of like a, let's see what these guys can cook up and just let them kind of do what they do?
I'm really interested in this Blank Check versus Goofy Goobers. Blank Check with the offensive style, they're one of the leading shooting teams, and against Goofy Goobers, who is the leading defensive team, at least in terms of saves. So it's going to be very interesting to see which one of those styles wins. I have my prediction, but it very much could go either way.
Yeah, for sure. And I will say, I think we're still waiting on one person here. I think it's Pink. I would assume he's in the game. I don't know, but I guess we did get a report from Carbdog earlier that Pink just wasn't on at all. So we'll see what happens there. We're going to make sure... I'm going to message in their chat. Make sure we're doing okay. See if they can get everything in here. Yeah, we're gonna see what's... Let's say it is 9 o'clock.
Seems to be... That's like peak Rocket League hours. You're like...
It is.
Getting past all the people who are just like having to go to bed for their actual jobs, and you've got like the real degenerates online who are just trying to sweat and hit clips.
Yeah. Say maybe we see that one. So I don't know if you can see in chat, but apparently Pink just hasn't responded at all. So I also am not seeing... Oh, never mind. Pink did say that he was available for today at 9. Maybe he thought it was Thursday. Who knows? Regardless, Pink isn't here right now. So we're gonna see what happens. We might have to go back to intermission. We might have to do something here, but who knows? All I know is my room is getting quite toasty because I've been in here for hours now. I also got this new sweater. I don't know if you saw it. I got it at the... What's it called? Oh, wrong way. I got it at the clearance rack at Kohl's. It's nice. I got it for like $10. It was a $65 sweatshirt, and then I dropped down to 10, dude. It's a steal.
That is an amazing deal.
We love saving money. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens here. If Pink responds, if Pink doesn't respond, I might use my super awesome privileges, and I'm gonna at him in their chat here. Let's see what he does here. But I guess while we wait, Plant Luck, how was your weekend, man?
My weekend was pretty good. Got some practice working with the hockey team up in St. Cloud, who did manage to sweep Bemidji. Didn't have a whole lot of time to get on, but super fun. Was able to catch a few of the streams, but overall just had a chill weekend communicating with people working in television.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Nothing wrong with that. You play hockey?
I used to. I don't play for the team anymore because injuries and things, but I still keep up with the production side.
So if you need like a new ACL or something, let me know. I'll 3D print one for you. I got one right here. That's ever since I moved my camera from my right monitor to my left monitor, my wonderful 3D printer has been on display. And I will say, you will be seeing that up and running eventually in the back of whenever I live stream. So you'll be able to see the slow progression of the trophies being made. Speaking of trophies, if you guys have any ideas, please DM me. If you have like a picture of a concept idea, if you have like old trophy ideas that you want me to integrate, I'm thinking about doing something similar to last semester. If you saw that, I think they're probably in the hype video somewhere. But yeah, no, if you have any suggestions, please let me know, because I'm at a point where my creative mind can only do so much. But if I can get other people's inputs on what they would like for trophies, that's not impossible to engineer. That would be desirable. So that's for very, very future reference for LAN. Also, LAN, show up. It's great. It's awesome. I'm gonna start doing that now. Promoting LAN because it's fun. It's awesome. But we're still waiting on Pink. He's not online at all. I guess if we wanted to, we could just stream like a 2v3 or something like that, just for fun, just for whatever content. I guess if we have I guess Whirl or K-Tool watching, if it's okay, I'm so down to live stream a 2v3 match just to kind of take time. Please let me know. Please let me know, because I am more than open, because I feel like Pink isn't going to be responding. I don't have his phone number. Somebody else is gonna have to get his phone number, but yeah, I'm gonna ask some people if I can actually stream a 2v3. Anything. But I guess anything else that you want to ramble about weekend wise, or what you're maybe potentially looking forward to in hopefully a regular game. If not, we might do 2v3. Oh wait, never mind. Nope, Pink joined VC. But sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's just he's here, so we can get a nice 3v3 action, which is so amped up.
Yeah, I would say, I don't know. It says per status, it says he's on his phone right now, so who knows if he's actually on the game or remotely even close to being on the game. He very well could just be like, oh, I see that they're adding me and pinging me a bunch. Oh, Pink had a test. Thank you, Carv, for giving us updates. I guess, do you have an ETA, Carv Dog, on how long it'll take for him to get back? Per chance? Giving us live stream updates? Said the other day I had an exam that went from 7 to 9. That was not fire. 15 minutes. Okay. I think in the meantime, I'll shoot back to us casters here for a second. I might just go to an intermission, and we'll resume when he gets back. How does that sound?
Sounds great. We get some more build up, build the drama a little bit more.
Yes, building drama up here during this intermission. We will be right back, hopefully soon.
you, love you. I do need you. Oh, I love you, I do need you.
You lift me off of the ground. I close my eyes and I wait for the come down. I used to live in the now. Now I'm wiser to think that we are bulletproof. Teens with thicker skin, now we just bruise. We were hopeless and we're hopeless now. But I remember we threw our fists in the air, singing. I remember when we were kids, never scared, yeah. And the sky went dark.
Okay. We are partially back for those who stayed around for the intermission. I keep saying charisma for some reason. Pink will be back in little to no time. He is almost home. Should be loading up. Thank you, Carve, for giving me slight updates about stuff. I'm assuming he'll be on soon. Apparently he's I don't know if he's on the block as in he's on the block that his house is on, or if you're saying that he's on the chopping block, Sam. But I was gonna say he's gonna get pulled over trying to speed home. But yeah, we should get the series kicked off pretty soon. I'm just gonna keep an eye on the party size, or if you want to keep eye on party size. I guess I'm gonna shoot back over to stats really quick. Please don't tell me he actually got pulled over. We're gonna shoot back over to stats really quick. I guess who did you say that you thought was gonna win this one? I think it was Goofy Goobers, right?
Yes, I had Goofy Goobers and their defensive play style, the best save percentage in the league, and with a relatively slightly upper end, but relatively average shots against of 8.84, proving that low event style of Rocket League. I thought they would control the pace for at least 3 out of the 4 games. I did predict that game two in particular, might get away from them, and we'd see the offensive prowess of Blank Check. We're probably going to send a blank check that game for how many goals they'll need to cash. But I had Goofy Goobers in 4.
Fire. Awesome. Okay. Because I remember, so you said Goofy Goobers. I went Blank Check just because of their shooting percentage. And I feel like they're going to be scoring a lot of goals, especially since they have a higher winning percentage. And Goofy Goobers are winning exactly half of their games. So I feel like this one will probably go 5, I'd like to say. But with my luck, it'll be Blank Check and 4, which I think is what I went with because I've been wrong on the predictions so far. Although I wouldn't mind if it went in like a really quick 3 game because we're already behind schedule yet again. So that's fun. I will say shame on Pink, but I hope he got a good grade on the test. Because I think that's what he was late for. He was taking a late test or something along those lines. But he should be hopping on soon. My back is very sore. I hit back the other day. It's still very sore. Yeah, hopefully he joins soon. I would assume whatever's happening. I don't know if he's been in a chat with Carve this whole time, but it seems like Carve Dog is giving pretty live updates. And we're back, and he's here. I'm really hoping that I have the things. Yes, I do have the names correct. Thank God. We're just gonna get right into the match right away, because he joined, and we're all good to go, and we're already behind. So everybody's gonna be loading up here very quick. These guys are going to get into their designated teams as one would. Who is that loading in? Bingo! We are all set to go. Everybody's loaded in. Everybody's spectating. No problem. Pink is cat. We are so okay. Now, we can kick off this Div A game 9 p.m. series here. I'm also going to adjust the layout because it's always going to be messed up right away. But I'll let you yap quite a bit, like I had said earlier.
So the interesting thing here is Pink, he's coming in with almost certainly no warm-up, but his brain is probably fully engaged from the exam. So I'd expect him to make strategically the right play, but his hands, I'm not entirely sure if they're going to be up to the task. You see White Lock go for a follow-up with minimal boost and just miss it. Here comes Pink, he's looking for a centering pass. Newell with a shot, that's going to go wide. The Carve Dog going to hop over. Pink, slow it down. Hand it over to Samu, who's going to send it back in. Now it's going to be Whitelock. He's going to try and clear it. He's going to stay down in the Goofy Goober end. Samu with a shot. That just missed. Visma. Now, Chris, he's going to fire it all the way down. That's off the post. It stays out in front. But Samu was able to clear it to the corner. Here's our first grade A scoring opportunity tonight. Comes just over a minute in. End up now in the Goofy Goober end. I think his cat loses a 50-50. Samu will circle back and pick it up. Whistle a shot. That's going to end up staying just high. There's another centering feed, and our dog will safely clear that one into the corner. There's it towards the net, looking for Whitelock, and that's turned aside by Pink's cat.
Indeed, as we
Cleared to the
see
half wall.
Charisma trying to get something going here. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you up there. Pink rotating back around. Risser is on, goes for the sidewall read. And sorry, I've been like half paying attention here, but it doesn't look like we have any like crazy defense or I should say offense from either of these guys to start out with. 2.5, or not 2.5 minutes in. Half is 30 seconds here. We got 250. Whatever, Carved Dog, maybe a little misflip off this challenge here. Not quite the touch that he was looking for. He's going to rotate through. Charisma is on, 50 by Samuel. Samuel looking for a touch around. Risser is able to make this clear. This could be a shot on, but Risser with another great save here. We see that defensive stand coming up from Goofy Goobers. I believe it was them. And this one might just be on, but Carved Dog able to make the save.
Once again, we're seeing a lot of low-event Rocket League, and I think this plays into the hand of Goofy Goobers as Sam Poole scores the goal. And the Goofy Goobers, they get their one. Now, can they shut it down? Sam Poole gets credit for the pinch, and then just nobody home for a blank check. Whitelock, he's working it into Goofy Goobers. Whitelock comes in, and he scores to tie the game for a blank check. Whitelock, off the kickoff, he picks it up on the half wall, gets it up, and then just gets it up and over. Couldn't quite see who it was. I think it was Carved Dog who got it up and over, and immediately afterwards, blank check ties it at 1.
Yeah, indeed. Obviously, just great back-to-back. Obviously, quick response coming out from blank check, able to put that one up on the board here. We see Goofy Goobers trying to play a little bit of defense here. Blank check with decent pressure. Pink is on, looking for a touch back around. Who is that? Carved Dog was up. Rissa is going to be up on here. Charisma going for a center pass. Nobody quite there in time. Whitlock going to turn here. Just kidding. Risser's going to play off the right wall here. Risser's going to go for a center pass. Carved Dog almost there in time. Not quite in time, though. Whitlock going for some up the corner. Opts for the ground here. Gets it around Carved Dog. Carved Dog not able to get that touch, but Whitlock is demoed for his efforts. And we see a crazy double tap coming up from Risser, but an even better save coming up from Pink.
Yeah, Rissa might want to stick to passing the ball, as that's what he's been so good at over this season. And now we see Pink's cat making him pay for it. And Pink's cat, he was a little late to start the set. He wasn't late on that one. He picked his corner, and now Goofy Goobers lead 2-1.
So yeah, just a great early challenge coming out from Pink, able to get a finesse of touch off the wheels, giving Goofy Goobers another lead here. We see another kickoff, a minute 23 left, still plenty of time for blank check to come back. We see Risser going for a shot here. Carved Dog is able to make the save back. We see a team bump coming up from Carved Dog, and I believe that was Samuel. Carved Dog going for a center fall, doesn't quite get the touch that he was looking for to a teammate. This is going to be cleared back. Pink is going to have a free touch. This one's going hard off the ceiling, looking a little bit awkward on that recovery. Not able to get back in time to make that shot on. Carved Dog will be on, looking for a center pass, and this one's going to be cleared back out by blank check.
Yeah. He's looking to find it off the back wall. He does find it, but Carved Dog is able to make a save. Another chance, and Rissa scores to tie it at 2.
Yeah, it's just great back and forth offense coming out from these guys. I will say, what a save from Carved Dog off of Charisma's shot. Unfortunately, Risser, I suppose, is just there, able to put that one in the back of the net off of that really good defensive stand coming out from Goofy Goobers. But yeah, we see a really back and forth now. Obviously, both these guys, I haven't really seen any too like crazy offensive pressures from either of these guys. I've just seen very good capitalization off what they are making. Nothing super crazy, just standard Rocket League stuff here. As we see 30 seconds winding down, 2-2, blank check, looking like they have a little bit of a defensive stand here. Pink trying to get a shot on, but Risser is able to make the clear.
You have 20 seconds left in regulation. He's trying to get up with a full bit at a boost. That guides him into the corner. It seems as if everyone forgot the ball. Now works their way alongside. There's a centering feed. Straight to the corner. Charisma facing kind of the wrong way, so it's going to stay up in the air at 1. Charisma with almost no boost. He's going to try and work up a Whitelock. He's going to pop it up. Dog's able to tap it away. And this one is going to fall, and we are going to overtime in game 1.
Indeed, can't complain about that little overtime action. Get the blood pumping for these guys, especially for Pink, who's, again, pretty much coming fresh off of an exam here, as we see Carb Dog trying to go for a shot here, blocked away by the defense. Pink with an unfortunate side flip, but maybe it was calculated here. Samuel going for something, a little bit awkward bounce. Whitlock going for a nice clear here. Carb Dog is able to beat Whitlock on this 50. Carb Dog looking for a center pass, but is blocked away by Risser.
I was seeing a whole lot of blocking as the was pretty much exclusively staying in the blank check end for the first 30 seconds of overtime. Now it's down. I think he's working up with it. Just now staying on half line now. Let's see, can blank check get their first real big push of overtime? Whitelock working in, almost no boost. Still got it. No boost left. Working in the corner, but isn't able to find Charisma with a shot. That's going to wind up going just wide. Rissa still battling in the corner. Check just doesn't seem to have the boost to capitalize on these opportunities. Whitelock tried to put it up with no boost. Carb Dog will easily turn that one aside.
Indeed, Samuel with low boost, trying to get something rolling here. Who is that? Pink trying to get something rolling as well. But we got another shot here. Whitlock almost getting a crazy redirect touch here. You see a double commit on defense from Samuel, and I believe Carb Dog. Samuel is low on boost. That one's going to be just bottom. And Samuel just barely able to make that diving save here. This is going to be hard down, but Blue or Goofy Goobers are able to make the clear here. We saw some really good offense coming up from these guys, and just great offense on the other side of the field as well, but even better defense to prevent this one. Minute 43, we got a good overtime rolling here. That could be a shot on. The Carb Dog able to make the save.
Had 3 absolutely crazy game-saving plays in the matter of 30 seconds. Carb Dog with a shot. Whitelock will steer it wide. The corner that might have been going wide anyways. Charisma will settle it down. He was looking for Whitelock, couldn't quite find him. Samuel swing it in. Rizza knocked away by Pink his cat. Send it towards the goal. Rizza will steer it up off the back wall. Samuel is looking to look for a double tap here, and Charisma is going to knock it away. Whitelock, let's play it all the way down. Intercepted by Pink, and Pink pays a price for that one. Carb Dog will clear it at center.
Off the right wall, Samuel's going to take this one over. Unfortunate misflip and mistouch by him. Pink was demoed for his efforts. He's going to spawn back right. We can see another demo coming out from Risser. Carved out looking a little bit awkward on the backboard. Is able to get the clear. Whitlock going for a center pass, but Risser just isn't quite there. Maybe opting for the boost instead. We see a double commit whiff on blank check side. A little bit awkward on the defensive side of things. Risser going for a crazy shot. Whitlock is there for the center, but Pink able to make a crazy backflip save.
This is our 4th big save of overtime, and we're 3 minutes into the extra frame. Pink is cat. He's going to try and center it. Whitelock will send it right back where it came from. Whitelock use the handle on it. He's got it back now. No boost once again. Samuel is going to clear it, looking for Charisma, who's got just enough to send it all the way down. Big time demo from Charisma. Riss centers and scores! Rissa scores the game winner with 3:21 into overtime, and it's going to be blank check, and their leader in assists, he pots one this time. Blank check is up 1-0 in the series.
Indeed, great mate, just, I guess, composure coming up from Risser as we see him doing some horse dashes there. Risser, 7 shots, just on fire with that stuff. But I will say, shout out to everybody in this lobby here. We see a pretty even stat line, except for, unfortunately, Charisma with just under 300 points. He's going to be the minority in this one here. But great defensive possessions from both teams and great offensive possessions from both teams. We see making great opportunities out of their what's it called, possessions, but they were also making great defensive stands too. It was kind of a moderate scoring game, but that's a-okay here. Obviously, only won by 1 goal in a very long overtime. I think that was the longest one of the night, surprisingly. I will say, Pink did leave the game here. Hopefully, he looks like he lost connection. Hopefully, he's able to join back up here in a second. I would ask them in game if they're doing all right, but unfortunately, chat is disabled if you weren't aware. So, can't really do too much there. So hopefully he can kind of get stuff figured out here, or something. I would assume somebody would let me know what's wrong if he can't. But it looks like he's all joined up. Everybody is going to be joining back up here. So I think we are all ready to go. I think. I hope.
The thing about that last game was Goofy Goobers, 9 saves on 13 shots per head. Three goals were scored. 1 shot was classified as missing the net. So once again, Goofy Goobers continuing to extend their advantage in the shot saved department. Away. I think it's going to be Rissa, the overtime hero of game 1. He'll try to center. Charisma is just going to decide to go and play it back. There's up off the back wall. Carved Dog was waiting there for a missed touch, but it was not. Charisma and Pink Cat will battle. Pink Cat with a shot. Charisma's going to turn it aside. Carved Dog going up with it. He runs into Charisma right up near the high post. White Dog will send it down. Samuel guided into the corner. Looks like Charisma. Rissa shot and scores! Normally we see Rissa on the other end of that with the great centering pass, but instead Rissa's on a goal scoring streak. And it's 1-0. Blank check.
I was gonna say, yeah, I will say, earlier in this even first game, we saw Risser going for, I think there was 2 passes that he pretty much tried to fire off right away to his teammates. Unfortunately, both of them just kind of went wide, for Whitlock going for a play of his own. But yeah, just a great passing play coming out from blank check, and Risser just there at perfect timing, able to get that one put in pretty much as far right as you could get it. Carved Dog trying to get something going here for a quick response to Goofy Goobers. Pink is up. This is going to be hard off the ceiling. Do they have a center man there? Yes, they do, but not in time to get around the defense here. We see Risser demoed for his efforts. Is somebody here? Pink goes for the fake. Samuel will be on. Plays the fake against Charisma. Risser doesn't opt for the fake. Never mind. That's Whitlock going for the fake on his own teammate here. Charisma getting it back over to Goofy Goobers half, and Samuel will turn that one right back around.
Samuel, a little pull in a china shop trying to drive the ball to the net. This is intercept. Pink with a full can of boost. It's bounced off. Whitlock throws it down. Pink with a centering pass. And nobody home there for the Goofy Goobers. Whitelock, he'll work its way up the near wall. Whitelock looking for an awkward double tap. Couldn't find it. Carved Dog's got it. Pink Cat gets it up and over Charisma. Up and over Charisma, but it just hits the crossbar. And Whitelock will clear it out of danger.
I will say, what a save from Charisma, as we see Risser almost getting something crazy, but I think Whitlock literally had like 0 boost on that save and was still able to make it here. We see Risser going for a crazy shot. Samuel looking a little bit awkward off the backboard. Whitlock still staying on. Risser getting a demo for that offensive pressure here. He's going to be up double committing with his teammate here. Can he get a wonky touch? He almost does. Doesn't quite have the cut back on it, though.
That's one of those really tough angles where it looks like you should be able to just tilt your car and send it towards the goal, but the ball is just at the wrong angle. Let's stay down here in the Goofy Goober end. Samuel will try and get it clear. That's knocked away by Whitlock. He'll leave it in the corner. His Cat, he'll try and carry it up. Whitelock with almost no boost. He'll send a shot on. Carved Dog with an easy save. Now Samuel will clear it. You and Carved Dog bounce off each other. Whitlock, you got it. Carved Dog centering pass. That hit Trash out in front. Now Whitelock versus Pink is Cat with Carved Dog chasing. Samuel's able to knock it up. Looking for Pink is Cat. Couldn't quite find him. I think there was a bit of a miscommunication.
I would say, one thing that I'm seeing a lot of here in this game is a lot of demos. These guys are obviously getting on each other's nerves. I would assume they're out for blood, both of these teams. They keep demoing back and forth here. You see Whitlock getting a nice little save here. Risser going up the corner, taking his time, getting his composure here. Charisma is able to get back to make that save. Whitlock going for a touch up off the wall. Can he beat Samuel? He does, but is bumped away for his efforts. Risser is on, goes for a wonky touch. This might just be center. Unfortunately, they didn't have anybody there for that free touch.
Yeah, here's a long shot. Whitelock, that's going to go wide. Dog will clear it away. Looking Pink is Cat. He's going to try and bring it in. And he gets the centering pass. Gets the center. Samuel with a shot. Saved by Charisma. Carved will keep the offensive attack going. Looking for Pink is Cat in the middle. Pink is Cat off the crossbar and then the post. Samuel off the crossbar, but it's just a double tap. And we are tied at 1.
I will say, holy missed shots here. They had so many opportunities just to put it away right away. But, you know, just to kind of toy with blank check, I feel like Goobers decided to get some unfortunate crossbar bumps. But fortunately enough for them, they were able to seal that one away at the very end here. Risser looking to see if he can play Carve Dog's touch, and he does. This is going to be a maybe one-on-one attempt here. Charisma getting a bump on one. He does get the finish bump, and what a finish from Risser off of that amazing Charisma bump play.
Charisma gets the demo to set up the opportunity, and then Charisma just bullies Samuel out of the way. Samuel, he gets the first save, but with two people right there and one who's absolutely hell-bent on bumping you out of the way, it's almost impossible to make two saves.
Yeah, and I will say, especially at this rank, bumps are going to be very, very vital and dangerous because these guys, they know how to hit a moving object, and that doesn't change when it comes to a moving vehicle. They will hit you regardless. Either that or they're going to make you make super, like, wonky moves and everything to try to get out of their way. So we see a potential shot coming out from Carve Dog. 30 seconds left. Blank check is up one, looking to get their match point win here. Carve Dog trying to get a shot on. 19 seconds and counting. Whitlock going for a crazy double. Doesn't quite get it. Risser is on. Pops it over the defender. 13 seconds left. He gets something center here. Charisma going for a shot on. A bump attempt coming out from Risser. 8-7-6. Whitlock going for a center ball. And this one just might be wraps on game two.
I wouldn't say it yet. It's never over until it's over. Carve Dog, long shot. Look at what I told you. This game is tied and we're going to overtime again. Carve Dog with the long-range goal as time expires.
I was going to say, just great maintenance. Great maintenance of that possession here. Way to keep that ball up, and Carve Dog just playing upfield, waiting for an awkward touch. Whitlock was able to make a crazy save the first time, but just didn't quite have the positioning there to make that one. And unfortunately, that did lead to a forced overtime from Goobers. Definitely showing a lot of life still, but looks like they're still playing a lot of defense compared to this blank check team.
Goobers, they rely on their defense and then hope their offense is enough to score. You see Whitlock looking for Rissa, just could not find the touch on it. Another awkward angle. Another shot, that's going to go just wide. You see Cat going up to Whitlock.
Oh
Carve Dog with the save on the strike.
Carve Dog with an amazing save, and he just whiffs it there. Unfortunate miss by Carve Dog. He had an insane, just pretty much straight down boost save, but Charisma able to maintain that composure. Carve Dog just not able to adjust in time, throwing out the defense. And blank check is going to take game number 2 in the second overtime of the series.
Yeah, blank check once again winning 3-2 in overtime. And this time, Goobers only 6 saves in that shot column. Another very even score distribution. Everyone seems to be getting involved. And Rissa, we talked about them as the assist player, leading the league in assists with 1.07 per game. 2 goals that series, and then the overtime winner last game.
Yeah, no doubt. And I will say, we do expect a lot of defense coming out from both these teams here as we wait for people to ready up here. Looks like we're all good to go. Getting into this game number 3, Goobers, life on the line. Blank check looking very, very momentum heavy, though. Something happened here. Never mind. I think we just got a wrong join on the team here. But we're going to get this game number 3 clocked in. Blank check looking for the clean 3-0 sweep, which I honestly wouldn't complain about because we need a lot of time here. Demoed for his efforts right away is Whitlock. Charisma going for a crazy read here. Risser, quick early answer. 5 seconds in, he gets the goal.
Yeah, Rissa proving that they are a goal-scoring threat as opposed to also an assist tapper. Just perfectly tucked in under the crossbar. A bit of an odd kickoff play that sees the ball just bounce in front of the net. And Division A, those are goals every single time. And immediately it's 1-0 blank check.
Indeed, and I will say, blank check is doing a really good job. I think they're doing a really good job at getting under Goobers' skin. Like, I don't know if you've seen how many times they're demoing and just playing aggressive, getting those bumps, being annoying, but it's obviously working. They're up 2-0 in the series. We see almost a crazy dunk coming out from Pink, but what a save coming out from Whitlock, I believe that was. Pink going for an aerial read of his own, goes for the fake, but Whitlock is able to stay home and make the save.
Yep, seeing a lot of explosions at every time Goobers have the ball. Bounce around, Pink is Cat, for a long center, just able to knock it away. Charisma gets it around Pink, and moves there to redirect it around. Whitlock enters there, looking for Rissa. That's going to go into the corner. Charisma, touch to the middle. Looking for some teammates, couldn't find it. Rissa doesn't have any boost. And now Pink's got it. It's a bit of a odd situation there in front of the blank check goal. Now Pink is Cat. He'll try and carry it off with it. Almost immediately runs out of boost. Now Rissa's got it versus Samuel. And now Whitelock knocks it down just high.
Oh!
And there's a follow-up chance. And Charisma scores.
I was going to say, I didn't see who was on defense there. I believe it was Carve Dog. But Samuel, I think, faking out Carve Dog almost. And as unfortunate as it is, Carve Dog was pretty much just praying for a touch there. Unfortunately, the crossbar was able to put that ball pretty much straight down in a perfect position for the follow-up there to be put bottom right below him, where he's not going to be able to recover, especially with how slim boost he was. Whitlock goes for a pop over one. He does get it. Goes for a fake run the other. Can he get the solo play completed? Not quite, as Pink clears it away.
Pink tried to find Carve Dog there, and Rissa once again in the perfect spot to clear it all the way down. Whitlock gets the fake. Charisma just misses. That would have been a lead opportunity. And there's the demo, and Samuel will convert the breakaway to cut the lead in half.
I will say, I think Risser definitely had that shot here. Unfortunately, I didn't see who their cheat was, but I believe somebody just kind of cheated up a little bit too far, double committed with Risser, and it unfortunately led to a immediate fire goal from Goofy Goobers, cutting this lead in half here. Still got 3 minutes, still plenty of time for Blank Check to potentially get that one back out of a little miscommunication, but it does definitely give a little bit of momentum for Goofy Goobers to potentially pull off the reverse sweep.
Yeah, they just know that a 2-goal lead is the worst lead in Rocket League, so they just wanted to knock that down to 1 pretty much as quickly as possible, as we see Samuel working his way up with it. Whitelock will put it up high. Waiting. Pink is Cat. He'll knock down. Charisma gets a touch. He's going up and over. Has it bounced straight down. That was a bit unexpected, but it is going to get cleared away to the corner as we're halfway through this game 3. Must win for Goofy Goobers to keep their set alive.
Indeed, Charisma going for a crazy read of his own here. Almost gets it. Doesn't quite have enough boost to get back to it, though. Pink is Cat. Looking for something on his own. Doesn't quite opt for the touch. Carve Dog is on. He will take over. Whitlock going for 50 with Samuel. Samuel gets it in his favor. Can he get a center pass? Barely does. And Pink is Cat is there. Able to tie this one up for the palindrome. 2-2. Goofy Goobers showing some life.
Yeah, you can see Pink late on the scene just as he was to this match, but able to pick his spot perfectly, tied at 2, and now it's a 2-12 Rocket League game. We have 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Next goal is likely to have a huge advantage, might even win based on the score of the last game, as we see Carve Dog couldn't quite tuck it in. He had a chance, but it was denied on the doorstep. It looks like it was Whitelock, I think, with the save.
Yeah, I think Carve Dog definitely should have had that one. Unfortunately, just pretty much got like a dead flick. Didn't really get much for pop on that one. And Risser looking a little bit awkward on defense, decides to fake that initial challenge, but he is able to knock this one away. I think it was Charisma up for the crazy save here. Risser making it a little bit awkward on defense. Looks like we have a lot of loose boost. A Blank Check side. Carve Dog will have an open shot here, and Risser just not able to make the touch. And the entire Blank Check team just awkward. Goofy Goobers, what a comeback from them. Also, shout out Tyler for the sub.
Also, it looked like all of Blank Check just went onto that near side going for the same boost, and that left the net vacant. And that means it's 3-2. Goofy Goobers have a lead with 1:30 to go, but can they hold it? Samuel, he's going to get the double tap and doubles the lead almost immediately.
I was going to say, you saw that early setup here. Samuel with full boost, nobody back. He will hit those 11 times out of 10, especially at this level. And Goofy Goobers showing insane life with their literal life on the line here. Blank Check looking like they're almost crumbling, trying to force a little bit too many possessions here. Whitlock going for a big clear. He does get it. Samuel is up. Will he do it again? He goes for the reset and doesn't get the touch, though.
Yeah, you see 2 Blank Check members both commit to the same ball. Pink is Cat. He's able to get just enough on it. Almost double taps himself, but is able to guide it into the corner where Samuel's got it.
Oh, no.
Knocked away by Pink is Cat. This is going, goal! Pink is Cat scores, and that's 5 in a row for Goofy Goobers.
Say, I don't know what Pink is on, but he's going crazy now. Him and Samuel just quick response after response. it was looking like a really close game, and all of a sudden they're up by 3 now in the past, what, probably 40 seconds here. Samuel off kickoff, looking for a center ball, doesn't quite get the touch because he is limited on boost. Whitlock gets it off the right wall. Charisma looking for a pass over to his teammate. Whitlock, unfortunate touch here. Charisma has to make a desperation touch, and Carb Dog will take over.
Yeah, 3 goals in the matter of about a minute 20 for the Goofy Goobers. And that means Blank Check is really gonna struggle to come back in this one. They need to be the next team to score, and they need to do it on this chance. But Pink is Cat is able to clear it away, survive a challenge from Rizzer. Pink is Cat. He's gonna bring it up. Look for a double tap off the back wall. Couldn't quite find it. It's gonna end up all the way back down. Whitelock. Like come back to him. Go after it with 15 seconds left. Rizzo's circling underneath it. Whitelock gets the challenge. 10 seconds left, and it looks like it's going to be the Goofy Goobers who are going to take this one. Rizzo runs into a wall in the middle. Cleared bounce. 1 second left. Samuel will touch it aside, and the Goofy Goobers stay alive for at least one more game.
Indeed, here as we see, obviously very much lifelike Goofy Goobers just hitting all of their shots this time. Really shutting down Blank Check, just lacking on defense, awkward rotation. Risser, only 270 points, not quite playing that first man. But we see Samuel popping off 2 goals, 3 assists, and then obviously their captain, Pink, getting 5 shots on net, which is exactly what we want to see. And I will say, good standing from Goofy Goobers after a really, really quick response from Blank Check right away. Unfortunately, they did score 5 unanswered immediately after that, so props to Goofy Goobers for doing that.
Those 5 unanswered goals, that first Sam goal with about 3 minutes left, that was the spark that they needed, because pretty much within the next 2 minutes, it was 4 goals. It was Pink, it was Carved Dog, it was Sam, and it was Pink again, and that was all she wrote for that one. So Samuel involved on every single one of the Goofy Goobers goals, either with the goal or with the assist. No surprise he's the MVP. And Blank Check just only forced Goofy Goobers to make 1 save. That's their game. If they only have to make 1 save, most of the time they're going to make that save.
Yeah, no, without a doubt here. Especially at this rank, they will make the touch that either you were expecting or not expecting. They just have that much finesse here. As we get game number 4 kicked off and underway, Whitlock going for some early pressure here. Charisma with an awkward touch. He will back pass this one to Risser. This one's going to pop out maybe a little bit mid here. You see 1 up early. Risser going for a clear. This one might be straight down here, but what a demo coming out from Charisma. Carb Dog's bumped off. Pink is bumped off. Can Whitlock get the touch here? He almost does, but this one's going to be blocked away by Pink.
Pink is Cat come out with some new life. He's got his hands back under him after his exam. Samuel will pop it up, looking for Pink is Cat. Tries to get a deflection shot. That's going to wind up. Charisma's got it. No boost. Whitelock, again, low on boost. Rissa's got a full tank, though. He's going to drive in, and Pink is Cat's going to clear it away. Dog pop it up and send it all the way down, looking for Pink is Cat in the middle. He gets it, but it's denied by Whitelock, who's ready and waiting. Samuel, he'll cycle it back in. And gets the Cat. There's a touch. Whitelock again's going to turn it away. Pink is Cat's going to go up with it. He's going to look for a double. It comes straight down. Carved Dog just couldn't quite get there. And now Samuel will regroup at center.
Indeed, Goofy Goobers with a crazy offensive stand here. Just doing very good right away, but Blankish Check, even better defense. Able to just relieve this pressure every single time. We see some saves and demos coming out from Blank Check just to get just pretty much desperation at this point, trying to get Goofy Goobers' offensive possessions away here. We see Samuel going out the backboard. This is met by Risser right there. Carved Dog getting an awkward touch here. We see almost a double commit coming out from Blank Check. Unfortunately, they aren't quite punished for it yet. Samuel will be on, misses. Charisma doesn't quite get the touch that he was looking for. Whitlock going for a clear ball. He does get it, but Charisma meets Carved Dog at the 50. This one's going to be right back over to Goofy Goobers' half, and Samuel does make the save.
Yep, Samuel got tested early. First real big test we've seen of the Goofy Goobers' defensive structure, and they were up to challenge. Whitelock, he'll bring it in. Samuel will easily steer that aside. Now this way he'll send it back. Blank Check has been mostly hemmed in for these first 2 minutes. Now they're looking for the first real round of offensive pressure. He'll go up on the ceiling with it. Just fall down. Vissa, he's going to go up with it. Knock it down just high off the crossbar.
say, if they had an
Dangerous
aggressive
clear there
second
from
man
him.
there. If they had that aggressive second man there, that's definitely a goal here. And Risser up early, looking very reminiscent of his first goal in the last series, or in the last game. Blank check with another lead right away here. What a shot from Risser.
Risser goes up, finds the double touch, doesn't get denied by the crossbar like we saw like 15 seconds earlier. And once again, DC has scored first. They've scored first in 3 out of the 4 games so far.
Sorry, I'm eating I'm about to eat a cookie right now because I'm getting hungry, and these cookies are delicious that a family friend made me. Shout out Chris Olsen for that. But Risser trying to get up something, get some offensive pressure rolling again here. Charisma 50 by Whitcat, or Pink Cat off the 50, or pinch, whatever you want to call it. My words are hard right now. Pause. Risser up off the backboard. This one's going to be center Whitlock. He's looking for a second man. Doesn't quite get it to go. Carve Dog playing upfield with no boost. Can he get a flick around it? Risser is up. Carve Dog potential has the turn here. Knocked away by the crossbar. This could be a shot on, but Risser able to get the fake touch around Carve Dog.
Yeah, real broken looking play. As it looked like Carve Dog, he went in, he had no boost, but he was still going in play, acting like he had boost. It almost worked out for him. You see Samuel, he'll carry it up. He gets taken out for his trouble. Risser's got it. And set it up with it. Pink is Cat. He'll intercept at center. Whitlock. He's able to get it past Pink is Cat. Isn't able to get it past Samuel. Samuel drives to the middle. It's just going to stay there, and it's cleared away by Rissa. Pink Cat, he tried to just stop and tuck it in the near post, but just couldn't quite find his wheel on it. Samuel bounce it off the back wall. Pink is Cat. No boost, just off the sidewall. It looked like that was Samuel driving in. He couldn't get to that one, and Rissa scores again, and is that the dagger for Goofy Goobers?
Indeed, I will say, I did say I think that was the dagger a few games ago, but Carve Dog was able to make this shot. So we still got plenty of time here. Goofy Goobers definitely have the chance to come back. This is also, I will say, Goofy Goobers, last time they were down 2 like this, literally the last game, they scored 5 unanswered. I'm not saying they're going to score 5 unanswered again because we only have a minute left, but we know that they can score, especially after being down right away. We see almost a lob shot coming out here, but Samuel able to make the save.
We'll just wait around, kill some time, keep the ball in a safe area. Samuel has to go aggressive for the challenge, couldn't get there. Carve Dog goes aggressive, he can't get there. Pink is Cat finally gets it, and he's going to dribble it in and just miss the double tap. That could be a series-ending missed double tap right there from Pink is Cat. With 30 seconds left, they need to get one quick to have a chance to get another last-second goal. Samuel gets the flick. This is going to pop it up. Whitlock, he takes out Carve Dog. Charisma, he'll just play it to the corner. 15 seconds left. Goobers need one fast. Samuel couldn't get there. Whitelock content to just play it to the half wall. 8 seconds left. Carve Dog, pass it to Samuel, who's going to cycle it around, and I think that's going to do it. It's going to be blank check. He's going to win this series. As the ball hits the ground, blank check gets the victory, and it's going to be blank check who win it 3-1. Great prediction once again.
I was just going to say, thank God for Goofy Goobers winning that game number 3 here. I predicted game 4 and blank check. So my predictions have been pretty nuts on so far. Only missing, 2 games individually, but other than that, 100%. So shout out to blank check and Goofy Goobers for allowing me to be pretty much 100% on the night. But besides that, great response coming out from blank check. Just able to adapt to that unfortunate game number 3. Quick response, doesn't let Goofy Goobers score a single goal, but they still answer with 2. So shout out to them. But we're going to go over to a winner's interview here. We're going to get these guys all dragged in like so. Pop our beautiful faces up there. And blank check. Good stuff. Taking that one in 4, making my prediction correct. Not only did you guys win, but also making it a game 4. I guess I'm going to start this one off pretty quick here. Risser.
Yo.
Why are you good?
I am not good at threes. We know this. Don't lie to them. Our carry Whitlock here, it's all him. That's it.
It's just Risser feeds off of Whitlock aura.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. for sure. But no, you played phenomenally. I mean, every double
Thank
tap
you.
that I pretty much saw was in. You had a bunch of quick responses pretty much right away, and all of them were like crazy plays. We saw you going for a bunch of passing, which obviously your stats say as such because you have crazy high passing. And obviously, I'll shoot this one to Whitlock, being the second man. From a wrist or pass, you seem to have the highest scoring percentage on blank check. Is this kind of something you picked up just with playing with these guys, or have you always just been kind of like the goal scorer on your teams?
I've always been the goal scorer in a league MCS.
Net stacker.
I had the most goals like at LAN last season, and the season before that I had the most goals like the whole season.
Fire, dude. Heck yeah, good stuff. But yeah, no, I mean you were everywhere. I think not only were you scoring goals, but you were also making some pretty good saves. Like I saw there was some like pretty much zero boost saves that you had there that were in. I was like, I don't know how we made that touch correct, but you did. You were able to come out on top of that. But Plant Luck, got any questions for these guys?
Yeah, I have one. How did you manage to overcome going to overtime twice, including going to overtime on a 0-second goal, and then not only dealing with that, but dealing with the adversity of blowing a 2-0 lead in a closeout game? How did you deal with that adversity to get a dominating win in Game 4?
Just had to
Oh, fuck it,
lock
one.
in.
Yeah.
That 0-second goal, Risser just dove as as third, and at the end of the game he just had padding stats.
Yeah.
Needed to pad those stats in overtime. I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a joke out of something that was a very big mistake, and we luckily got the goal out of it, and we are all good.
Heck yeah. Dude.
But now someone's got to ask a question to Charisma. He can't be quiet over here.
I was gonna say.
Bruh, why do you?
I was gonna say. I was maybe gonna brush past it, but now that Risser put it out,
Yes.
Charisma. How's your day going, man?
Yeah, what's good, man? Shit, we're chilling, bro. We're chilling.
I will say, when you first hopped in the video for cams, it looked like your homeroom was just like on fire. Like what's up with
Bro, Rich just did the same thing, bro. I play in the dark with red LEDs. That's when I'm in my zen, bro. I don't know.
that? Yeah, I guess you could say you don't like it, or like you're seeing red. I guess being like one of those guys, like you
Yeah.
don't want to see me when I see red.
Yeah, you don't want to see me when I'm red, bro. Just ask Whitlock, man. He saw it last
No
week.
Diddy.
Fair enough, fair enough. But again, congratulations, guys, on that win here. Obviously, I think you go to what 3-1 now, I believe.
Yeah, we didn't play last week's match. Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
I was gonna say yeah, because I think Spoopy was actually at my house when he played you guys last night or 2 nights
W.
ago, whenever it was. So
2v3.
I had yeah, that was interesting. So you guys will probably have to replay that match. I can guarantee you. But,
Did he by chance play on your PC?
yeah. No, that's
Okay.
like he was like, I'm in Fargo. I need a setup to play on. So
That's fair. I was wondering.
yeah, but yeah, congratulations again to you guys. I got one more for you. Not Rocket League related. Is water wet, or is it just aggressively not dry with commitment issues?
I don't know.
Bro, this 2016 ass question, bro.
Yo, ban him, chat.
Yeah, Maz, get this guy out of here.
Mods end stream.
I need an answer. Any answer will do.
I say water makes things wet.
Call me water. I'm kidding. Congratulations to you
Okay.
guys to get this
Oh,
one.
no, get me
3-1.
outta here.
That's how I'm gonna get you guys out of here.
Oh my god.
Congratulations. Hopefully we see you on these winners interviews again.
For sure.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, yeah, we're gonna let those guys leave. I put myself in a very uncomfortable situation there, but good little series there. We're gonna go to a very brief intermission. The timer's not gonna be the right thing, but we're already past time here, so I don't mean to cut this short, but we're gonna say goodbye to Plant Luck here. Thanks for coming on for your, I think, second ever cast. Did very well, able to kind of ball out with the Div A action here, but burp. We're going to cut to a very quick intermission. Plant Plant, you got anything else to say before we send you off for the night?
I'm just happy to enjoy some great high-scoring Rocket League, which wasn't what I expected coming to tonight, but it was greatly appreciated.
For sure, for sure. But like I said, we're going to go to a very brief intermission. The timer will not be correct because I adjusted it from last time. But we should be back very quick, so be ready for that. See you in a bit.